Hey everyone, welcome back to Redditly. Today's video is a two-parter, so make sure you stick around for the second story as well. The first one is titled, I never thought this would happen to me, but my wife has just admitted to sleeping with another man. Please make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a future upload. Let's get right into it. She slept with a man who is younger than both of us. He is 21. He is from a very rich family. She wants to be in a quote-unquote open relationship with him, and if I do not let her see him, she says she cannot love me anymore. In fact, after I initially freaked out over the whole thing, she closed down, said she cannot feel anything but numbness, and that she is meant for polyamorous. I'm 29 years old. We have 3 children. I am so broken down I do not know what to do, what to say, what my course of action is going forward. I've never been so devastated, and she is crying more about losing her lover than she is about hurting me. He was going to quote-unquote teach her trading Bitcoin and make her rich. But when I confronted the guy and he left, she started blaming me for him leaving. I don't know what to do. I do not have a great job. My wife is the one with a nice university degree. She is the ambitious one. Me, I am just a dedicated father, husband. Well, I was, I guess. I'm so unmotivated. I kind of want to die. I cannot tell anyone. I feel like they would just judge me, call me weak, useless, whatever. She's been dramatic for years. She has mental health issues, for which she refuses medication. None of it is an excuse, but I'm just lost. I don't want to have a divorce right away. My parents have a lot on their plate as it is. My grandparents are so old and frail, and these are uncertain times. But my wife is just closed off, says she does not love me, says she even is afraid of me, because I had the audacity to shout and break her clock radio when she admitted to effing a stranger. And I shouldn't say stranger, they have been talking for months. What do I do? At this point, what can I do? I want to just feel like a man again. I want to feel in charge of things. I want to feel like I matter at all, even just a tiny bit. Like someone worthy of respect. But years of handling her got me nowhere, and that's all gone. Poof. Until she admitted this to me 3 days ago today, I felt like we had something good. In spite of our troubles, our struggles, and being young and raising a family, I even thought drama was supposed to be a part of things, a natural order of things sort of situation, but it got more and more extreme, and now I kind of want to die, or crawl in a ditch, or run away from it all, which I cannot because I am broke and I have kids who need me. I've never been a guy lacking in confidence. I am not bad looking. I am not a cheater or a bad guy. I provide, do what needs to be done. Sure, I have my weaknesses, but I've worshipped the floor this woman walks on for as long as I can remember, and right now, I feel like dog-s. All my confidence, my ability to believe in myself, it just went out the window. She even got the guy to come to our home, so I could talk to him. He's not a good-looking guy. He's into some sort of entitlement BS, which my wife is into as well. They are fans of certain Indian guru and try to find freedom from all attachment, which I suppose includes me. And the second story is titled, What a Police Investigator Taught Me About Doing the Confrontation. Let's get right into it. The first thing he told me was, on small crimes less than homicide, the guilty rarely confess, and even if they do, they withhold a lot of info. So even if your partner admits to a one-night moment of weakness, they won't tell you about the 6 months of regular cheating. So forget about getting a confession. By the time you're at this point, you're ready to press charges, so to speak, and you're just trying to get additional information to be used against them later. He also told me to start the confrontation with, I know more than you think I know, so start talking. The truth is the only thing that's going to help you here. Don't let on how much you know. This is high stakes poker, so don't show your cards. He also said that even though you're going to search her or his phone, expect to find nothing. It's either extremely well hidden or already deleted, unless they're just stupid. The guilty will hide their evidence in anticipation of the day the confrontation comes. What you need is to prove that the text and the call logs are missing. You see, you should be downloading the text records and call from your service provider and familiar with the dates and times. Gaps where they didn't text the phone is likely because they were with them at the time. This probably matches an absence. Remember, you want them to believe you know, but without playing out how limited your information is. Rarely will you have proof of them in the act. Now for the confrontation. Ask them for their phone. They will protest this and demand to see your phone, making similar accusations, so do be prepared for scrutiny yourself. As expected, my wife did this, saying, "I don't even know your password, you won't tell me." Keep in mind the guilty fear discovery. They'll be more concerned about what you're doing with their phone than going through your phone. So observe their level of interest in finding damning info on you. My wife barely scrolled the text list and didn't even go into the pictures, which many guys keep. She was looking at the phone in my hand as I was scrolling through innocuous. "See, I don't know what you think I'm doing." Then I went to the phone icon, typed in his number, and pressed the text icon. No messages. Big surprise, right? I went back to his contact and showed it to her and said, "Where's his text at?" She was like, "We don't ever talk." I called BS and told her that just last month alone, she had over 900 texts with him. Where are they? She acted incredulous, but she knew that number was probably pretty accurate. She admitted to deleting them. Partial truth, right? Because they were talking about how much she wanted a divorce and she wasn't ready to tell me yet. Didn't give me too many details like how far back you suspected. You can give a little to add credibility that you already know everything. Knowing how many texts helped me because it was a hard fact and irrefutable and sent the message I wasn't lying when I said I knew things. What I said above is how the guilty act. See, the guilty fear discovery. They will dodge, deflect, etc. Even expect them to tell you where they went, but remember how much they tell you. If the details are vague and reaching, keep pressing for more information. Many lies are only minimally planned. They might be able to tell you about going to the bar with the friends, but they won't have much details like how someone almost got punched or who won the darts, etc. Spouses will tell you about their fun night with their friends voluntarily, but the guilty spouse will want to know why you keep asking. As I said, they already know the confrontation is coming, so they've already planned their response. They're thinking to themselves, how would an innocent person handle this? This even goes for calling light attention to themselves. My adult daughter called my wife and accused her first. Wife then told me about the confrontation. 2 reasons. She had to talk to me first to steer the conversation in case daughter called me, but also because the guilty think if they stand in the light a little, that the attention goes away. I was stupid and should have asked why our daughter thought that, like what specifically she said, etc. I should have even called my daughter. How would your innocent spouse respond if talking to you about someone else's accusations against them? They would likely welcome an opportunity to give unsolicited explanations in detail because they have a clean conscience. Now, think about how an innocent person handles the confrontation. They would likely be annoyed that you have to see their phone because there is still some expectation of a minor level of a personal privacy. They would still surrender the phone without much fight. They would be confused more than anything, really. The innocent don't try to deceive and don't certainly rehearse it. Also, remember this, the best lies have some truth mixed in them. My wife claimed she was done at the tattoo shop getting sketches done, but she didn't come home with any sketches. She didn't take any pictures of them and had very little detail. She showed me online pics of what she wanted. Her appointment was at 1, but she left the house at 11:30 and would have only needed 45 minutes to drive there. She came home at about 6. Now I believe she went to the tattoo parlor that day, but I believe she went to his house first. They went together, got an appointment card for another appointment, future alibi, maybe had a nice lunch together, and then went back to his place for a romp, and then came home. It was that evening I confronted her, so don't expect just because they can prove their whereabouts doesn't mean they can account for all the time easily. She said traffic was really bad, but no details about the crash like a blue Honda flipped over, etc. She also said she went to Home Depot looking for some rings for a lifting strap, but couldn't find them, empty-handed errands. There's more things he taught me, but I can't recall all of them. Will update if I remember.